Falk, the Hungry Fan, and today we're talking Super Bowl food. That's right, Super Bowl food. It's that time of year again, and I don't know about you, but I'm really excited. It's Tom versus Eli, and it's you versus your waistline. Normally, Super Bowl parties aren't exactly the site of the healthiest food, but it's always yummy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a yummy recipe that's sort of naughty in its name. We're making chips and dip, but we're going to make them healthy. We're going to substitute in healthier ingredients for some of the less healthy ingredients you'd normally find at a Super Bowl party. So here we have all of our ingredients, pretty simple. We have extra virgin olive oil, black pepper, salt, garnet yams, paprika, garlic, onions. I have some organic Worcestershire sauce, cayenne pepper, and Greek yogurt, which is my extra super favorite ingredient substitution. Follow along with me, I'll show you how to make it, and you can also find this recipe on my website in the recipe section. So follow along. Okay, first things first, we're going to start with the spuds. I've chosen a garnet yam, it's organic, and I will not get into my long spiel about why you should choose organic potatoes. Just trust me, please, I urge you, choose organic potatoes. These are yams. I know most people, when they hear yams, they associate it with sweet potatoes that look orange. Those are great too for this. For this particular day, these looked really good at the market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these in a single layer on a baking sheet. Now, I've already preheated my oven to 400 degrees, which you need to do too. So put these in a single layer, and the reason is because you want them to cook evenly. There you go. Do my second batch later. And before I stick these in the oven, this is what they look like. I'm going to quickly drizzle them with a little bit of olive oil. You don't need much, a little goes a long way. Olive oil is great for you, but it still has calories. So think 1 to 2 tablespoons. You can even like smear it with your fingers if you want. So you're going to take this, and you're going to stick it in the oven for anywhere from 22 to 27 minutes. I like my chips extra crispy, so I'll do mine for 25 to 27. During the course of that, I'll flip them once. Make sure you do that. And then now we're going to start on the dip. So one of my favorite dips is French onion dip, and for the longest time I actually used to buy the Lipton bags and make it with sour cream, but there's actually a better way to do it, and it's not that hard to do it yourself. And when you do it yourself, it's much easier and it's healthier because you can control what you put in it. So I put about a couple tablespoons, I should say, of olive oil into a skillet. I'm going to put the skillet over medium-high heat. And I'm going to add in my onions. It's about it's a big yellow onion basically, which I diced. I'll put that in. And I'm going to let the onions cook for a couple minutes until they become translucent. Okay, so my onions are getting nicely caramelized, which is a nice word for saying that they're getting nicely brown, slightly brown on the outside. I'm going to add in my garlic. This is 2 cloves of garlic that I minced, which means to finely chop. I'm going to stir this in, and I'm going to add a little pinch of kosher salt. Not too much. Figure like a 1/4 teaspoon, just a little. And I'm just going to finish cooking this over the heat. Just lightly brown the garlic. I don't want to overcook it. And then I'm going to take it off the heat, and I'm going to let it cool just a little bit, and then I'll show you what to do next. So now that I've let this cool a little bit, I'm going to add a couple teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce to the skillet. And I'm just going to stir it in and use the Worcestershire sauce to get all the little bits and salt and everything up off the bottom of the skillet. It'll give it some really nice flavor as well. Just give it a quick little stir and put it aside for the time being. So now we're going to move on to the rest of the dip while the garlic and the onions and the Worcestershire sauce just sit off to the side. Now, our remaining ingredients are Greek yogurt, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. Why Greek yogurt? Most people are familiar with sour cream as the base of a dip. I bought sour cream just to show you, to compare. They're both organic, which is good. This is a full-fat Greek yogurt. I don't like to buy the low-fat or non-fat. I like the full-fat. In the same serving size, Greek yogurt has half the calories and half the fat of sour cream. They both have 4 grams of protein, but the Greek yogurt also has the live cultures and the probiotics, which are really good for digestion. So it's a pretty obvious choice since they have pretty much the same consistency and the same flavor. This is healthier for you. So I've got 1.5 cups. I'm going to put into a bowl. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Really, you can do this to taste. And I'm going to add anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Not paprika, cayenne. So, I don't know how spicy you want yours. I like mine moderate. And then I'm going to take this spoon and I'm just going to stir it together. And now we're almost done. Time to flip our spuds. Okay, so we just finished cooking. I'm going to put them back in and let them finish baking. So then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to finish my dip. The onions and the garlic have come down to room temperature, which is great. It's exactly what I needed them to do. I'm going to add them to the yogurt. And then we're going to stir it all together. Your dip's done. Stick it in the fridge. And when you're ready for it, serving, take it out, and there you go. Super easy. Very oniony. It's awesome. It smells so good. I think I'm actually going to take a little taste. Okay, let's see. That's really good. It tastes just like the crappy, powder stuff. I won't say who makes it, but it's actually better. So I'm going to stick this in the fridge. Cover first with saran wrap. And then stick it in the fridge and you're good to go. Okay, so the chips are done. Now it's time to finish them. So what we're going to do, very simple. Let me take this mid off. We're going to sprinkle them with a little bit of salt. Now you can use seasoned salt if you'd like Lawry's. I'm just using kosher salt right now. Just give them a little sprinkle. A little bit of black pepper. And here is where the paprika comes in that I was so eager to use before. Give it a little sprinkle on top of the chips. Give this one a little bit more. A little love. There we go. And that's it. It's very simple. I'm going to give one of them a try. This one looks really good. Careful. Very hot. Gotta give this a taste. That's really good. I'm going to finish eating all these chips and pretty much this whole bowl of dip. While I do that, go on my website and find this recipe and more. They're in the recipe section. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I hope your team wins. I hope my team wins. Take care.